ॐ गुरुरेव घति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरुः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरुः मातिरस्ति गुरो मम पाहि गुरु सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे अच्युतानन्द गोविन्द माधवा सच्चिदानन्द नारायण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. We are seeing Canto 10 in Srimad Bhagavada Purana. And in my last video, we saw that Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Hari, he has taken the avatar as this human form. He released or he gave liberation to three of the Ashuras, that is Putana, Shakatashura, and Trinavarta. And in this video, in this next two chapters, 8 and 9, we will see some of the Leelas, childhood Leelas of Bhagavan. All these incidents were happening in Gokula. So many, Yashoda Devi and Nanda Devi thought that many evil forces are attacking our son. At this time, one day, Gargacharya, he came to the house of Nanda Gopa. Usually, Gargacharyas and these great rishis, they don't visit these villages or they don't come to the house at all. But suddenly one day, Gargacharya, he entered the house of Nanda Gopa and Yashoda Devi. They were so surprised by it because Gargacharya was a great rishi. He was the priest of the Yadus, and he was the one who founded and formulated the astrology itself. Astrology is the science. By noting the exact time of birth of any human being, we can understand the position of the planet at that time. With this, we can understand the motion of the planets in the future, and thus we can understand the past and the present future of any human birth. We can understand the past also and also the future. Very important is the future. And according to that, we can align the life. So it is a great science. By understanding the position of the planet at the time of birth, one can calculate how their future will be. So that has to be calculated with taking so many aspects into account. It cannot be calculated so easily. If it is calculated so easily, then it won't be right also. So Gargacharya was the one who formulated this science. And he was a great acharya and he was a great rishi, great priest. So he came to the Nanda Gopa's house. He was so surprised, and Yashoda Devi also was so surprised. And they just prostrated in front of Gargacharya, and Gargacharya also blessed them. And when they offered him a very comfortable seat, and Nanda Gopa and Yashoda Devi asked that, "You have come such a long way. What service can we do for you? If you please, can you please uh, give namakarana, that is the postnatal ceremony of the newborn infant. Can you just do the namakarana of these two kids, which were so newborn in our house after such a long time?" And Gargacharya said that, "I'm happy to do that, but you must remember that, Nanda, you are the great friend of Vasudeva. And the Yadus, they may understand that because I am the priest of the Yadus, if I come and do the namakarana for your children, your house infants, which is not so common in the village, then they may get a clue that this may be the son of Vasudeva, that is the eighth son of Devaki Devi. They may get a clue, isn't it? Because you are a great friend of Vasudeva. So that might be a tactical blunder. So what to do? And Nandagopal said that we will go to a solitary place. Let not even our own relatives and our own friends and our own men not know about what is happening there. So we will move to a solitary place, and there you do the namakarana ceremony, because that will be very good for the future of our two infants. So they went moved to a solitary place where no one was allowed. No, not allowed. They won't come. No one will come there. And Yashoda Devi, Nanda Gopa, and Rohini Devi. They three were there, and Gargacharya performed the Namakarana ceremony for first the Rohini's son. That is the avatar of Adisesha. Ayam hi Rohini putro ramayan sukrudo gunaihi ahyasyade rama iti bhaladikyad bhalam vituhu yadhunam prudak bhavad sangarshana mushantyutam. This son of Rohini will be known as Rama, because he will delight, Ramayate iti Rama, he will delight his friends and relatives. So he will be called as Rama. Bhala Adikyat, that is because of excessive strength. He has that excessive strength. So he will be known as Bhala. So one can call him as Bhala or Rama or Bhala Rama combined together. And as he will bring unity, Apradak Bhavat, he will bring unity among the Yadus, and so he will be known as Sangharshana, the attractor, one who unites two communities or one who unites two sets of people. Sangharshana, attraction. So he will be known as Bala or Rama or Balarama or Sangharshana. Now, he performed the namakarana, that is naming ceremony, for the avatara of Bhagavan Sri Hari itself. Asan varnastrayo hyasya grinhato nuyugam tanoho shuklo raktastatha pitha adhanim krishna tangadaha. This younger boy, who embodies himself in each age, in every age. And in the past also he has taken this form. And at that time he was in different colors. He had in the past three complexions of white, shukla, white, rakta, red, and pita, yellow. Red, white, and yellow means it's not that clear red or clear white. Even sometimes we see some people, their body will be somewhat reddish in color. Some people, they will be very fair, but they will have some yellowish shade. In some regions, when we go to the Middle East and all, we can see such color. So like that, a slight tint of red, yellow, and shukla, very fair complexion. But now he has taken up the dark complexion, Krishna Varna, and so he will be known as Krishna. Pragadam Vasudevasya Kvachidjadastavatmajaha Vasudeva idi Shriman Abhignya Samprachakshate. As he was born of Vasudeva, who is staying elsewhere, he is known as Vasudeva also by the people who know about him. And the Rishi also said numerous other names will come to him based on his achievements, qualities, activities later on. Even I do not know what all name that will be. That's why he was called as a Krishigesha and all that. That Parthasarathi, who knows about all that at that time when he was a small infant. So Parthasarathi, Krishigesha, this Arjuna will call like that. So he may get many more names based on his qualities and achievements, which I do not know, said Gargacharya. And Gargacharya said to Nanda Gopa that this boy, he will be very dear to the cows and the cowhead people. He will work for the welfare of all the people, especially the cowhead people, and he will help others. He is born to help others itself, he said. तस्मान्नन्दात्मजोऽयं ते नारायण समो गुणैः श्रिया कीर्त्यानुभावेन गोभायस्व समाहितः. Oh Nanda, this child of yours is equal to Lord Narayana himself in all respects, in all guna. Narayana samogunaihi. That is in respect of the fame, prosperous, his nature, his calmness, patience, his intelligence, everything is comparable to Narayana, and look after him with all attention, Nanda, Gargacharya said. And at that time, Nanda Gopa did not understand anything. So he accepted it and he just worshipped Gargacharya, and Gargacharya left the place after naming these two infants. That is the son of Rohini as Rama, Balarama and Sankarshana. And he gave name to that second child, that is the child of Yashoda Devi, as Krishna, and he will be also known as Vasudeva. And he said that in future he will get many more names based on his qualities and achievements. So life passed on very happily in Nandagrama, in Gokula. And these two children, they began to crawl on the floor, and Yashoda Devi decorated these two children with lot of ornaments. Rohini Devi, her son Rama, and Yashoda Devi, her son Krishna, with many ornaments, many chains, that tinkling hip chain, tinkling anklets. So when they crawled on the floor, all these tinklings are, everyone is so surprised by it. They all are so excited by it, rather. They all excited by the sound of these two children make when they crawl on the floor. And whoever the passerby, they come and just watch these children, how beautifully they are crawling on the floor. And Yashoda Devi and Rohini were also so excited to see the small sprouted teeth of these two children. They are also excited to see all this. Actually, for every child it will come, and they were so excited to see all this, and and slowly they began to walk by legs. And when they took on the legs, they did lot of pranks, both of them. They will hold the tail of the cow. So when the cow runs, they also will run behind them. So whoever say that, they were so tensed by it. Krishna, don't run. You may fall down. But he cares nothing. He will just run holding the tail of the cow. And these two children, they did not have any fear to go near the cow or with any animals or a snake or everything. They just played with all this, and the people are so afraid. Why are these children doing like this? And these gopis, all the gopis are after these two children. They just left their work and they are after these two children, watching them, what all they do. They are not afraid of fire or a knife or anything. To the great joy of the woman of Raja, little Krishna, he played many pranks. He left no one free. He just did pranks with everyone, even men, women, old women. He just cared for nothing, because for Krishna, everything is Atma. No one is different from him. It is we who see difference. But for Bhagavan Krishna, no difference. One day, all these gopis very sportively complained about the pranks of Krishna to Yashoda Devi. They said that, see your son Yashoda, he come to your house, he will steal butter and he won't eat it, but he will give it to the monkeys. And he will just break the pot with the curd. If we put it on a higher place, He will climb all on the children, because he will make all the children to stand on four legs like this bend, and he will climb on it, and he will take the butter. Sometimes he will break pots, and if he didn't get anything to steal in one house, sometimes you know what he do? He just pinch the small children and run off, and they will cry. So we put them to sleep for us to do work. But if they get up, how can we do work? All these pranks he was doing. At the time of milking, he will let loose the calf. So the calf will bring all the milk, and he will laugh at it. So he will climb to on stools or on children to take the that is the curd. He makes hole in the mud pot so we cannot use it. Everything goes waste. So all these pranks your little Krishna was doing Yashoda Devi, and Yashoda Devi heard all this and she just laughed because she cannot see the face of Krishna and scold him. It's unable for her. Whenever she see his face, she will just laugh in happiness or in some bliss. And little Krishna stand pretending as if he was afraid, fearful, sometimes keeping his one finger in his mouth, pretending just as if he was fearful of these complaints. And Yashoda Devi could only laugh at it. And one day, what happened? All these children, along with Rama and Krishna, were playing on the veranda or on the ground. Suddenly, many children came and said to Yashoda Devi that, Yashodama, see, your son is eating mud. And Rama, his brother Rama also said, yes, he is eating. I saw him eating mud. And Yashoda Devi got very angry, but that may affect the stomach of the small children, isn't it? So she came and scolded him. What are you doing? What you don't have anything else to eat? You're eating the mud? And little Krishna said, Naham bhakshitavanamba sarve mityabi samsinaha yadi satyagirastarhi samaksham pashya me mukham. No, Amba. No, I didn't eat mud. They all are telling lies. If you don't believe me, then come and examine my mouth, little Krishna said. And Yashoda Devi got very angry and she came near Krishna. Yadyevam tarhi vyadehi yukta sa Bhagavan Harihi vyadatya vyahadaishwaryaha Kridhamanuja Balakaha. That is a boy who is playing, who is none other than that Bhagavan Sri Hari itself. Yashoda Devi came and said, Vyadatta, open the mouth. She came and just scolded him, open the mouth. Vyadatta, to whom? To Bhagavan Sri Hari, who is that Parabrahman. Immediately, little Krishna, he opened his mouth. And Yashoda Devi was so stunned to see the entire universe in his mouth. I think it is the second time. In the last chapter, it is said that when Bhagavan yawned, Yashoda Devi looked into his mouth and she could see the entire universe. But at that time, she thought that it was some mental problem for her and she closed the eye. But now also, when she saw the entire universe in the mouth of Bhagavan, everything, all that moving and unmoving entities, the Akasha, fire, air, the Panchabhutas, how it was formulated, how it came in first, the divine deities representing all these Panchabhutas, the senses, the mind of all the people, and the presiding deities of the senses, sun, moon, planet Earth, and on that Yashoda Devi standing and Krishna opening his mouth and he's standing in front of her. Everything, gunas of prakriti, everything, samaya, that is time, impressions caused by the karma, everything she saw very clearly. But Yashoda Devi had a combined reaction. She was worried as well as she feared also. What is it? Is it some problem of my mind or my brain? Or my son is abnormal? What is happening? This is some second time I am seeing this. What is all this? And she just looked at his mouth for some time, and she thought that if this is the problem of my mind, then the Bhagavan who support me, he will support me always. She thought like that. The moment she thought like that, everything disappeared from the vision of Yashoda Devi, and after a few seconds, she forgot everything. And when she forgot everything, she saw that little Krishna is standing there opening the mouth to examine whether there is mud in his mouth. And she didn't do anything. She just grabbed him by his two hands and made him to sit on her lap. Who was that Bhagavan? He was that Bhagavan who is that Narayana himself, who is that supreme being, who the people who perform the karma kanda, who follow the karma kanda, they consider him as Indra Deva and all the other devas. And the Vedanta people, that the people who follow Vedanta, they just call him as Brahman. The people who do Sankhya, the Sankhya Yoga, follow that. They call him as Purusha. And the people who perform that, follow that yoga, they call him as Atma. And he was the Bhavan of the many, many bhaktas. That Narayana, that supreme being, Yashoda Devi grabbed with her two hands and made him to sit on her lap. And she fondled him, massaged his head, and she fondled him. And who was this Yashoda Devi and Nanda Gopa? Who are they who have done so much of punya that Gokula itself is the land of Punya Bhumi only, because many of the Gopas and Gopis, they were fortunate enough to have direct contact with Bhagavan. But who was this Yashoda Devi? Some more Punyavan, isn't it? And who was this Nanda Gopa? In the previous Manvantra, Nanda Gopa was the head of the Vasus. At that time, his name was Drona. And Yashoda Devi was his wife. Her name was Dhara. So they were Drona and Dhara. That time they didn't have child, and so they worshipped on Bhagavan, meditated on Bhagavan on adverse situations, circumstances, like when there was heavy rain, they just didn't move from that place. When there was a scorching sunlight under the sun, they didn't move from that place. They performed tapas because they were not aware of it. They were so much detached from the body and worshipped on Bhagavan. And Brahmadeva appeared before them and asked, what boon do you want? At that time, Dhara and Drona, this couple, they asked Brahmadeva that, we want to have that Bhagavan Sri Hari who resides in the Akasha Gokula. We want him to be our son. We want to fondle him. We want to closely be attached with him. We want to be the parents of him. And Brahmadeva said, when the right time comes, your wish will be satisfied, but not immediately. And they agreed to it. So that happened. And after that, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna, but that is Bhagavan Sri Hari was going to take avatara as a Sri Krishna, and Bhagavan Sri Hari invited many people, and that is the celestial beings, and Brahma said that, see, you all have to take birth on the earth, in the place called Gokula, and you have to help Bhagavan, support him in all his actions. At that time, this Drona and Dhara requested Brahmadeva that, okay, we will go to earth and take birth as the human beings, but we want one special condition, because we did perform the tapas, and at that time you agreed that when the right time comes, we will be the parents of Bhagavan Sri Hari, who is residing in Akasha Gokula as Krishna. And Brahmadeva also remembered it, and they said that in this embodiment, when we take body on earth, we want to closely associate with Bhagavan. We want to fondle him. We want to take care of him. We want to feed him. We want to be very closely attached to him as our son. And Brahmadeva, he remembered the boon he gave then and he agreed to it. And that's how Drona and Dhara, that is, Drona was the head of the Vasus, he was born as Nandagopa, and Yashoda Devi was his, that Janma, his wife Dhara. So Dhara took birth as Yashoda Devi. So this was the past history of Yashoda Devi and her husband Nandagopa. So what all more pranks little Krishna played on the Gokula, I will continue in my next upload. Om Namo Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.